If your traditional grip feels weak, awkward, slow, you're probably making a couple of easily fixed mistakes. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to try to get rid of these mistakes for you. They should be quite simple fixes, so here we go. Let's talk about the traditional grip. In this grip, the right hand, if you're right-handed, the right hand just plays match grip. You have your fulcrum between your thumb and first finger. Put that over there, thumb and first finger. And you're going to put the stick between your thumb and first finger. Now, some people go thumb and middle finger. Totally fine also, not a big deal. But in any case, it's just the match grip. Now here's something that's important. You need to find the balance point on a stick. Now if you hold too far back, and I've done this in other videos, so maybe you've seen some of this, but you should be able to dribble the stick. So if you hold too far back, you get this. It's too forward heavy. If you hold too far up, you get this. But if you hold right where it should be, you get this. Now every stick has a balance point and it's usually in the same general area. Now I'm a Vic Firth endorser, full transparency, and Vic Firth puts a flag in this position. I'm going to put this right over here. Puts a flag. That flag is really pretty much the balance point of the stick. So if I put my thumb and first finger there, oh sorry, it bounces on its own, and that's the point. If you were to hold match grip in your left hand, it's the same thing. Put your thumb and first finger on the flag. But the traditional grip is different. If I were to hold the traditional grip in these two spaces, match grip will be here and traditional will be over here, okay? All right, and they're in the same place. Well, the crazy thing about this is the fulcrum of traditional grip is actually, stay there, this webbing right here, okay? This webbing right there. So when you hold traditional grip, look where the webbing is. It's all the way at the back of the stick. So where this hand had thumb and first finger on the flag, that's where you need to put the fulcrum. The fulcrum needs to be where that flag or that balance point is. Whatever stick company you use, find the balance point, and that's where the webbing between your thumb and first finger go. Now, when you do this, look, it looks like your hand is halfway up the stick, but that's okay. That's where it should be. Don't freak out about that, all right? So you got to keep that fulcrum where the balance point of the stick is. Next, you're going to take your first finger, and you're going, I'm hoping I can get it in this camera. You're going to take the first finger and you're going to just lightly wrap it around the stick. Don't grip hard. That's a mistake. And I see some of my students do that the first time they do this because they think, oh my gosh, you know, how the stick's going to fall out of my hand because I'm not used to this. It's not meant to be tight. As a matter of fact, I've done this in one of my other videos, my match versus traditional video, but check this out. This is how hard I'm holding the stick. Okay, it's completely around there, but the stick is able to be moved like this. You don't want to grip super tight. I, myself, like to put my thumb, hopefully you can see this over here, maybe. I like to put my thumb on one of my knuckles, on my, not the tip of the finger, not the knuckle back from the tip, but the one almost to your hand. That's where I like to hold my thumb. I have large hands, so that's just comfortable for me. You might be different. So, but even holding that way, this is still happening. I can still do this. So keep that in mind. If you can't move it because you're gripping so tight, you gotta loosen up a little, okay? So loosen up a little and be able to do that. All right, next, Where do you set the stick now? You've got this part, you got the thumb and the first finger figured out in the fulcrum, but where does the stick sit? For me, I, on my ring finger, like it between those two knuckles. Come over here, like it between those two knuckles. Some people like to position it right here on the tip, like on the side of the tip of the ring finger. I like it between the first two knuckles. It's just comfortable for me, and again, having larger hands, it just sits there nicely for me, okay? So when you put it in there, flag on the fulcrum, first finger around the stick, loosely basically, thumb attached to the first finger, and you set it on that, ring finger somewhere. Again, you could set it up front, right off the nail. Not something I like. I like to set it back. The pinky, for me, I like to get my pinky out of the way as a balance. If I keep it with the ring finger, all of a sudden the stick for me goes wonky. So if I pull it back and get it out of its way and use it kind of like a balance, the stick stays where it should. Now that's how I do it. Experiment with how you want to do it. And this may work for you, maybe it doesn't. Now, again, with all of this going on, I'm going to pop this over here. With all of this going on, okay, the stick is still able to be moved. But the thumb is still on the first finger, it's riding on the ring finger, and it needs to be that loose. It's not super loose, but it needs to be that loose. When you come to the pad or the drum or whatnot, I see a lot of my students start this way. They will get to the drum and all of a sudden their hand is like this. Do you see this? This, like, it's pointed at the ceiling and they do this thing. Wrong, at least as far as I'm concerned, wrong. I don't see drum corps people doing that. So you want the stick to be an extension of your forearm. Not like this. I hope you can see that, where it's kind of like an L shape. Not like that, but you want the stick to be more of an extension of your forearm. The hand is the back of the hand is almost parallel to the wall. So it's not parallel to the floor like this, but it's almost parallel to the wall. Another mistake that folks make is that when they're uncomfortable with this and they haven't got this quite figured out, they start playing from their elbow. You don't want to play from your elbow. You want this nice and relaxed, okay? So for me, it's a twist around the forearm, okay? It's a twist around the forearm. It's not this, okay? It's a twist around the forearm. It's light, it's accurate. I am holding back here, not super tight, but tight enough that the stick doesn't move. You might be going, what's your middle finger doing? It's just hanging out, basically, making sure the stick doesn't go anywhere. All right? So for me, this pivot around your forearm. Now, will you see me like give a nice big whack sometimes? Yeah, you would see that. Okay. But, you know, it's kind of like a whipping motion, and that sometimes is hard for younger students to grasp. I'm not like and using my forearm to do that. I'm using my forearm to make a whipping motion. Think about that. If you had a whip in your hand and you like, you don't go and just set it out there like that. It's like it's a motion. It's a forward and back motion, and that's basically what this is. Now, I don't use the traditional grip all the time. Matter of fact, I use it only when I play jazz for the most part, or if I'm teaching a drum line or a rudimental player that wants to play a rudimental solo traditional grip. I don't play it much because that's not the style. It's not where I feel comfortable. In most of the styles of music that I play, I feel more comfortable when I play backbeats, match grip. I'm much more of a rock, fusion, progressive rock drummer. But when I play jazz, I switched to traditional grip, not just because you always see a lot of jazz guys do it, but because I have this problem where I've played so much match grip. Now this is for me, maybe it's for you, where when I come down, I'm always hitting a rim shot. So you don't want to do that when you're playing jazz. I mean, you want to go for a rim shot if that's what it needs. But if I play match grip, I got to think too much about keeping the body of the stick off the rim. So I come down like that, and that's where it sits. But if I play traditional grip, look at all this space. There's no rim. Can I get there? Sure. I can go for it when I need to, but I don't want to all the time. So that's my reasoning for playing traditional grip when I play jazz or whatnot. Also, if you're doing like a rudimental snare solo or whatnot, I personally think the best thing to do is to angle your drum so that your hands sit in the correct position. So right now this is flat, and I have to drop this shoulder a bit to get to rim shots or to play flat. I'm not squared across. I can feel the tension right there. So if I was really doing a rudimental snare solo, I would be angling the drum so that the shoulders would be even and the sticks would just play where they need to play. Do I do that when I play jazz on a drum set? No, because to me, I can go for that rim shot when I need it. I've done it enough that I can get there. So I don't need to change the angle of my snare drum on drum set. But if I were to totally switch to traditional, I would switch the angle of my snare drum. Totally would. All right, folks. I hope some of these ideas will help you out. Remember, fulcrum, that's where your hands sit. One seam's up, I don't know if I can see it, or one seam's halfway up the stick, and that's on purpose, all right? Loose, I mean, you're locked in, but the stick can move. I set mine on that ring finger between the two knuckles, but you can also do it off the nail if it's more comfortable for you. My balance point is my pinky. For me, it feels comfortable to make that not part of the hand. And remember, if you're going to do constant rudimental snare solos or whatnot and you want to play traditional grip, angle the drum. Get it in your hand and find out where that angle sits best and do it that way. I think you'll have a much more enjoyable time doing such things. All right, folks, if you like what I'm doing on my channel, hit that subscribe, hit the like, share the video, hit the bell so you don't miss any content. Over here are a couple of videos to watch. Down in the comments section, tell me, do you play traditional grip or do you not, and why not? All right, folks, take care. Until the next time.